Oh, big up on yourself. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I finally found a way to to go live without the camera if I don't feel like it, without turning on the camera. So I'm happy that this feature is finally turned on. Um, on this channel, we would be more relaxed and wind down and chit chat, because sometimes based on, you know, the environment, we might want to wind down and do like a chill, do like chill lives. Big up on yourself. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here. I know that a lot of people might be just getting from home. Welcome to the live, to the one person who just joined. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. If you can hear me, thank you for liking. If you can hear me though, leave a thumbs up. The thing about YT is that while some features are turned on, thank you very much, my sister. Thank you. That means you can hear me loud and clear. That's how it go. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Big up on yourself. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. All right. So officially, finally, YT has turned on the feature for me where I can actually leave the camera off. I'm so happy for this, because honestly, sometimes I would want to come live, but due to the environment, if I'm relaxed, I would prefer to chat to you guys on this channel just like this. You can hear me. You know how we do it when we're doing it officially. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, man. Kindly hit the like as you come in. I only see one like. I want to wait until the live build up a little bit. Big up on yourself. I know it's a beautiful, beautiful evening in some parts, especially in the Caribbean. The sun is just about setting. Just about setting. And it's beautiful and golden. Please hit the like as you enter. I'm only seeing one like. Please hit the like as you enter before we delve into this afternoon's conversation. We want to talk about some things. I want to talk about some things that I'm seeing. Blessings, blessings, my brother. Welcome, welcome. I want to talk about some things that some of them are kind of unsettling, while some of them is just everyday shenanigans. All right, so there are 14 people in the house and 2 likes. Why not drop some likes to wake up the algorithm? Thank you. 3 likes, 14 people. We move. Keep hitting the like to wake up the algorithm, because the algorithm works best when you like the video. Yes. Anyway, my people, let me just start to say some few things. I realize the numbers are tying again, but we will skip past that. I guess I'm just sliding past people's feed, because when you do vertical live like this, you slide past, you pop up on people's feed, people will stop and listen while some will just keep it moving. Kindly like. We want to talk about some African village shenanigans, some of the stories inspiring. Hello, Dennis. Hello. All right. It's let me just for those of you who if you guys are here and you're familiar, I know on up I know Patrick and Doreen is familiar with our African village stories. We want to talk about um that we want to talk about. So let me just delve into this because I know at this point in time I am already 8 minutes going into the live and just patiently waiting for it to build up. But let me just say something here. Firstly, two things I want to say congratulations to Marwa for is Wagwan Mora. Two things I want to say thanks to Marwa for. Congratulations, not thanks. I'm getting distracted. Is thank you, thank you. I have to do that sometimes myself because based on how where I am or what's happening in the background. Thank you, Mora. Most times now, especially this time, I have to do that. Just watch in the background. Hence the reason why I don't turn on the camera right now. I'm just relaxing after a hard day. Yes, thank you for the support. So I want to big up Marwa. Firstly, for two things. Number one, for the progress on the building where with Brian, where we see all hands on deck. I mean, literally all hands on deck. It's a miracle, trust me, because I don't know how them get this kind of type of work done at this speed. But guys, whoa, it is a lot. These guys are working how just like how the Chinese work, very swift, very swift. So big up yourself for that. For that progress. Also, he's finally gotten a marketing manager for his brand. I know you were listening, I know you were listening. Finally, finally, you decided to take the right steps towards lifting your brand because yesterday, guys, I was listening to a video that he uploaded, Marwa premiered, and when he was talking about his analytics, more I know you can understand what I'm saying. Also, Patrick, as a creator, content creator, when Marwa was speaking about his analytics yesterday, I felt so proud, honestly, to see that people in Kenya are watching. Because I'll tell you the honest truth, for most content creators, when they check the analytics, it's mostly the highest watch time to your channel will come from outsiders. I'm not telling a lie. The highest watch time would come from outsiders. So to see that people in Kenya are watching, I don't know if it is because of the project that he's doing. I don't know if it is because he's back in Kenya, as he was saying preview. If he go back at the time, it would have shown people watching from the United States would be number one, maybe when he's out of the country. But the reason why I'm saying that I'm proud for that, I'm happy for that, is because it goes, people that are watching from Kenya would be a healthy thing for a channel that is looking to do some marketing locally, to do some business locally. Hello, Eileen, blessings, welcome. You understand? So it's funny. Yeah. Once you have people supporting you locally, it would do a lot of justice if you're looking to do business with local businesses. You understand? Like as an influencer. Take Sean Hour for instance. The way how she markets, she does promos. She works with local businesses. I mean, the little that I saw while observing Sean Hour, she works with a lot of local companies. And I always said to myself, why D and Marwa don't, somehow tap into that? Are they not interested in doing these types of? They just want to focus on their YouTube career and forget about any kind of marketing. But then I say to myself, but YouTube really, for most influencers, the majority of their money comes from a how would you say this now? The majority of their money comes from doing promos, doing partnerships is the right word I'm looking for. Doing partnerships, you know, for most YouTubers. That's where the majority of the money comes from. So, like YouTubers that I watch, especially like in America, majority of the money, and they would say this out loud that what YouTube pays, when they do partnerships with half of the platform, it pays a whole lot better. So congratulations, Marwa, that you finally, you know, taking this step, and I hope that this will work out. I honestly hope and pray that this work out. I have one fear though. I have one fear. I don't know. Oh no, you guys will know that I don't hold back anything. The fear that I have, I don't know if any one of you might feel the same way. My fear in this whole thing is that I'm hoping that the correct duties are delegated to the correct individual, because I can see where like already I don't know if I'm gonna see it, but I can see already where um how should I say this now? There may be some conflict when it relates to delegation, the task delegation, because hey, I don't know. I'm just hoping for the best. Let me not say too much on that. Not out of no fear or anything, but it's just that I want to be positive. You understand? I hope you guys can hear me clearly. I just want to be positive on that. So hence, but sometimes it's good to speak your fears, and sometimes it's good to just brush it past and look and hope for the best. But seems to be something that they need to seriously iron out um, when it comes to who is responsible for doing what. I don't know if you guys, get it. Like when I say get it, meaning that if you saw what I saw yesterday, like it seemed to be a little bit of confusion. Yes, yes, me too. You have one question. Which one? What's the question? I have questions though. Sorry, you didn't say one question. You said Elaine. You said that you have questions though. I have many. I have too many. But that is why I hesitated, because me no want to wash my mouth on people business. I don't want to wash my mouth on people's business. There is too much. Oh wow. Oh my. I'm so sorry. Maybe I was too close to the wind. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. I kept asking if everybody could hear me clearly. Hey, let me know if you're hearing the hurricane still. Oh God, you will finish me. Hey, you will finish me. Let me know if you're still hearing that hurricane. As per Elaine said, there's a lot of too much hurricane in the background. And you see sound quality. is very important when you're doing a live, and if the audio is not up to par, it doesn't even the audio, it's not even worth it. Hey, oh, that's why you were saying fanning. Shut up. I'm not really because it's extremely hot. The issue is that it's extremely hot. Let me see if I can do something about the fanning. Um, I don't know if you can hear me any better. I disconnected the headsets. I was using the headset, so I'm using the microphone. YouTube has a system that actually helps to suppress sounds when you're live, but I don't know. Actually, it's pretty hot. Pretty hot. If you hear any more clarity, if you hear any more if the sound is better, let me know. Let me know if the sound is any better. But you will hear humming in the background because okay. What happened is that the headset was a bit higher, and it was probably where the wind, the fan was getting into it. All right. Sorry for that. My apologies. Next time you speak English. Give me some the start. What you were giving me just now was like, "My, you gonna fanning. OMG!" I read what you commented, Doreen, but I wasn't understanding. Guys, kindly like the live as you come on. I know that you might be silent watchers. Ibrahim, can you say hi? Okay, hi Ibrahim. I hope Marwa and Rocio do background checks. That was one of my greatest. You just hit the nail on the head, Elaine. Elaine, sorry. You just hit the nail on the head. But because what happens sometimes, when you're living your life, a very busy life, like how you see they do, it's hard to really tap into that part of it. So it's like you would grab for the first thing and the easiest thing that comes across to you, looking like it's the real deal. And that was one of the first thing that came. Because listen, man, you remember the movie where them said the devil wears Prada. Yo, I'm telling you, that was one of the first thing that came across my mind. But sometimes you just don't send nothing and you watch it. That was one of the first question that came across my mind. How let me see, it's now better. At least we can hear you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. My apologies. My apologies. Yeah. Oh, you're repeating yourself. Why are you repeating yourself? Don't speak near the phone or headset. Yeah. I guess I was speaking and reading comments. What was I saying again? Lost for thoughts. Okay, so let me get to the topic of today. And by the way, guys, the fact that I can turn this camera off while I'm doing the live, you will get some more lives from me on this channel once I'm settled in and have don't have to be running around the house like a crazy person. I will come live on this channel a little more often at the same time once everything is okay. All right. What I want to touch on is something that I saw today with the guy coming to the site, claiming that the story of Brian, the phones that Brian stole, and the guy coming to claim for the phones. I want to say this, and I want to say this like seriously. Right off the bat, I don't like what I saw, and I want to tell you this thing. That guy created a YouTube channel, right? And I don't know how long or when. I don't know how long he had the channel or when he created the channel. I don't know. But all I know was that, to me, that moment seemed like the perfect opportunity to hit the limelight. I might be wrong, and I hope I'm not judging wrong, but you have to be critical thinkers sometimes, critical analyzers sometimes. I did not like. Okay, let me just say this before me go any further. Wrong is wrong, and I'm not condoning Brian's behavior, because I don't want to go too deep in that, because I want to talk about that next. Wrong is wrong, wrong is wrong. But number one, my spirit just stirred up a little bit when I saw this guy. Actually, when I saw Marwa's title first, my heart went kind of boom, because my heart skipped a beat, because I was saying to myself, oh my God, I wonder now what story are they going to come up with, because they see the progress. Because you know how us brown people are. For, when we see like another brother or sister is progressing, you know how we behave, right? We will always find a way to either destroy that progression, to put some obstacle in the way, to stop the progress. We're going our big up yourself. We're there the chat. We just there the reason as usual. Yeah, us brown people is like, when once we see others are progressing, we always will think, you will always find one person planning or coming up with some kind of thing to create some kind of blockage. But let me rest that aside. I was saying, when I saw Marwa's title today about Brian being a wanted man, the first thing that hit my mind was like, oh my God, what story are they gonna come with now? Who is this coming with some story now? What is it that they're coming with now to stop anything? Anyway, lo and behold, it wasn't far from my thoughts. What happened there on the site today with this guy coming to claim that Brian took the phones, even though he really took the phones, because he accepted that he did. All right, he accepted what he did. And one thing I heard Marwa said, and it's like, sometimes we have to be so careful, because doing these things, speaking it out into the universe like this, is like we're leaving the door open for more evil to come in. I don't know if you get me. It's like, you're leaving the door for more evil to come in. I question that, Nelson. Did he show ID? I don't know. I really don't know. And hear this now. The way how he answered to his name, that alone to me made me start to feel one kind of way, because it came off as so fake. Yo, that thing sounded so unreal. It sounded so unreal. And he was asked, like, first he asked, what's your name? Maybe he didn't hear. But if I remember clearly, it was on the second time, the second round, then he said Nelson Mandela. And that as a Jamaican, listen to me. As a Jamaican, you will understand exactly when you hear a name like that. You will understand that that is some kind of conman story on the road, who don't really want to give their true identity. Nelson Mandela what? Your name is not Mandela. Your title is not Mandela. What's your real name? You know what I'm saying? So the first thing that hit me was, this is one of them. What's he about now? That's your name. That's not your true name. Don't know Mandela in that village or its surrounds. What the hell are you saying? That's not your name. Speak the truth. Or leave. You know, all kind of thoughts start coming up in my head. But anyway, I'll tell you the honest truth. In these kind of scenarios, like in this kind of setting, like what exactly our it's not a Kenyan name. So in these kind of settings, like what you see what's happening to Brian with the progress and all kind of thing, Brian was getting himself into trouble before. Now, as Marwa say, you know, this guy coming here now, most likely you're gonna see other people coming through. Just, you know what that lead me back to? You remember the other day when they were doing the thing for D, and then suddenly this polycap guy came on the scene and forged his way into Uncle Mo's inbox. You understand? Uncle Mo trusted him and opened up in a sense and made him look bad in the end as if he was scamming or something. You understand? So I'm looking at this thing here and I'm saying, Jesus, I just hope that, you know, Marwa open his eyes and understand that, yes, Brian has been doing some things, but right now, draw the line, because you're dealing, the police are not really deal with this thing. Yes, he want back his money and all kind of story, but right now, it's not the time. Right now is not the time for this. Not because I'm building a house for him means that I'm going to pay off his old bill, or I have to pay off his old bill because somebody somewhere is going to be pumping some money overnight into Marwa's account so he could clear that bill. I mean, I know that there are kind people out there and people who are willing and will be ready to help him out of the situation. But right now is not the time. I don't think that guy is in no kind of desperate. I heard, you know, honestly, on the streets, I really hear about that story for truth, that Brian stole some phone and let some boy went to jail for the phone. I did hear, I think it was Gintu, said something like that. I think I heard Gintu said something like that, or some one of those boys on the YT street. This guy need to show the police report. That thing and all, that thing. But I heard somebody said so. I can't remember last week or the week last week. When the incident happened by Marwa with Brian first, somebody came out and did a content and said that Brian, sorry about that, I got distracted, said that Brian stole some gadgets and the guy went to jail for it. Yeah, but let me go back to this thing about the ID. Elaine, you are right, but honestly, in this case, I would have drawn the line as Marwa to go back and think about it. He should not be responsible for that. I know that they're trying to clear Brian, take him out of the murky waters and put him in the clear. But we just feel like right now is not the time. Right now is not the time. He should focus on what he's doing. That past event with Brian is done and dusted. I agree with you. Oh my God, Brian look like him done. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But there was a conversation on the YT street. Somebody made a content. I can't remember who it was that made the content about that story. But anyway, honestly, what I'm looking at right now is Marwa needs to focus and just get this thing done and dusted. Just get this thing done and dusted. And don't be derailed by all them shenanigans and going to harass people sending them back to harass people about something that done and gone. I understand the logics behind of it. Where, and I'm saying this to say that when he sent them over the neighbor to, you know, ask for the phone, when he sent them over the neighbor to ask for the phone because he said he's not paying for, he shouldn't be paying for no phone, or it's like I was thinking to myself, no, here we go again. You don't need all of that mix up. You don't need all of that. Just focus. Just tell him, bro, I am dealing with something here. That would have to be another time. I can't promise you anything. That was not on my time. You understand what I'm doing here? I'm doing here what the subscribers requested of me to do. And anything else they would have, if they want it fixed, they will have to fix it. But right now, let me stay focused. We will deal with that some other time, but not right now. Not right now. That's just my take on the whole situation. I kind of deal with things differently. Marwa multitasks a lot. And, you know, maybe he operates better. Actually, it appears like he does operate a whole lot better than just focusing on one single thing. You know, somebody's like a workaholic. So they would multitask. No, it's not the time. Brian can't pay him. Okay. I don't even know. Like, anyhow they pay him. Look, see, you will see more people come in. You know the trend. Once the door is open, a lot more is going to come because they see a way that they could make some quick bang, even though nobody told that little boy to go and take those phones, you know, and it's wrong for him to go and do it. Now condone no bad behavior, but honestly, no, it shouldn't be made to be responsible for those things right now. You're building a house, you're responsible for putting a roof over him head. Because even the school thing, are the kids back out at school yet? Or no? I don't know. Let me not say what I don't know. Because I was about to say, even the school thing to me right now seems like it's on pause because they're focusing on the house. I don't know, because maybe school is not yet out as yet, so maybe that's why he's still there. He never got his shout out that he came for. Now you see what me talk about. We're up on the same street hour. We are on the same lane, because you hear him mumble, I have a YouTube channel. And lo and behold, after I came off of Marwa's Marwa's premiere, what you think pop up on my television screen? Jamaican boy. I'm like, OMG. Here we going to look for Brian, who I have not seen in a long time, or something. I can't remember the title. So his channel name is Jamaican Boy, and his title was something like going to search for Brian, or going to look for Brian that I don't see in a long time. Something. And he made a video all the way. So it was like, I can't blame him for being, because he's a content creator now, okay? I don't know how long he made the channel for. I didn't check on that because, honestly, I wasn't really too pressed about the situation. I was already pissed because I just can't wait to see the end result of the house and see them moving, see Brian being focused, and in school and being focused, because this is too much for a 14-year-old child. What is happening, and what he did or was doing is too much for a 14-year-old. I mean, even in my country, you have kids that be doing stuff like this, and they have a special place for even those. So he's lucky that, you know, whatever spirit sent him to Marwa, I don't know. And you know, I can't say I don't know, because it have to be God. Because based on the good that we're seeing coming out of this. Yeah, I heard Marwa said that the donor is designated for him already, but I'm saying that maybe too that is on pause because they're trying to focus on the house. That's the point I was trying to make. Not the money part of it. It's just that the focus right now is on the house. I was saying maybe that's what the focus is, and that Marwa shouldn't be diverting his energy to anything else other than what he went there for. But knowing Marwa, he's gonna be, what you say, um if I give, if his egg him in the red, as what we say in Jamaica, if a egg, he's in the red, so he's an egg red all over, and he's going to be all over just to make sure that everything get fixed. But I know that, he's learning and he's a work in progress, and he will know when to stop at some point. And if he doesn't apply the brakes, somebody I know around him will apply it for him. Anyhow, I'm hoping for the best. To see that the guy had to sell his animal and so on and so forth to go and pay for a debt that he didn't create. It was completely a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. But I need to see the house. They need to focus on the house right now. Because you can't come for your goat money. Was it goats that he said he sold to pay back one phone? So one is still outstanding. One phone is still outstanding. I guess that was the phone that they went to retrieve. And the video, Marwa's video ended right there. So even if somebody could have probably give him back a phone to go and give back the gentleman or the guy or whatever. I don't know. But honestly though, let me see. 36 minutes into the live. Let me see. Let me say this though. If you guys remember when I was talking about when this Brian story came on the streets of YT, I was talking about some of the things them, like maybe before diving into adding plaster to the wound, they should have probably get it dressed before, meaning that try to get to the bottom of what is making this young man behave in this manner. Because it doesn't matter how much plaster that you would apply to wounds like those. These wounds will fester up so bad. I'm using metaphors now. These wounds would fester up so bad till the plaster itself would fall off. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that if they don't get to the bottom or the root cause of him misbehaving, it doesn't matter how many house or home they build. It doesn't matter how many pieces of clothes they buy for him or shoes. Even the gadgets that he steal. It wouldn't matter. It would not matter if they don't try to get to the root cause of Brian stealing and behaving in this. But you understand what I'm saying? Something. I think, like, I hope that they choose the right institution to send him to, that would aid in him getting some proper mentoring. I don't want to use the word grooming because sometimes it may rub off wrong. Some proper mentoring, I mean, we understand that the little guy lost his mom, and his father was a no-show. And in a case where you have an elderly grandma trying to do her best in a situation where there is no money, and the aunt, and the aunt actually was trying her best. I completely could see where, you would be left dealing with a problem child. And before you just pick up all of these things and be giving him all of these things, keep it out of the comment section. Yes, keep that word out of the comment section too. I only just breeze over it. Yeah. because they're using things to monitor these things nowadays, and everything you do is like they want to tell you that you're against policy, you're against community guideline and all kind of something. So, and they're disabling the chats and blah blah blah. So the thing that we saw the other day, apparently it was them. They do that, and on the second time, then they give you that first one was a warning, and the second one they will give you like a strike. Yeah. So apparently I don't know who was saying what, but they were saying that I need to monitor the chat, blah blah blah, and stick with the community guideline, because they were picking up on some maybe abusive words being in the chat, or maybe something I said. I don't know what I said, but I just, let me just try to keep it clean. Yeah, man. So, Miss, I was saying, the best thing for him right now in my mind is to try to fix that issue. Counseling, as our said, Elaine said the same thing. She agreed with our, and me been singing that from day one, because I have seen problem kids. I even made an example out of someone who I was around, that they went back doing the same thing, and even worse, because the issue was not fixed. The issue was not addressed. And it didn't matter where they took that child or what they did with that child. The picnic just keep on going back to the same bad behavior, and even worse. And in schools. Here on the island, kids steal a lot. I'm not telling a lie, them steal a lot. In the schools, every day you have incidents with kids going into other kids' back. And some of them are grown in grade 6, just about to go to high school, and they know, meaning that they know better, and they're not coming from impoverished homes or whatnot, but it's just embedded in them to want to, play bully, to take things from other kids. It's just in them, and some of them been doing it from them small, in the school. Because the reason how I know these things, because I go to the parent teachers meeting, and the teachers would complain a lot. Say, this little one here, he been doing it since he come to this school, so on and so forth. And then when the complaints go home, the parents will do their best, but once they get back out into the environment, they go right back to square one, because the school will just do talk. Sit down over there, in that corner. Talk. Sit in that corner. I mean, it's not a laughing matter. You understand? And sitting in the corner doesn't help. They put them in the timeout or the naughty corner, and it doesn't help anything, because by the time the teacher goes out of the classroom, remember, a couple students will not have lunch or break, because their money, they're gone. Those monies are gone as soon as the teacher turn them back. And when you go away, hey, I tell you, it's not really easy raising kids. I tell you, especially the kids of today. It is not easy, because where the saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. Nowadays, anybody in the village talk to your pitney, you want go fight them off and them something there. So hence you'll find all kind of behavior like this. Anyhow, I don't want to stray too far from the point before I jump off. I'm already 44 minutes in the live, and I don't want to go over. It's not meant for that. Me personally, I am routing for some counseling for Brian. He says he's done with it, and he's not gonna be doing that no more. But what makes you think that he won't do it again once he gets back out into? Because remember now, he still doesn't have those things that he was stealing. Okay, monies was sent to replace them, but then I think they went into the house. They went into the house. I guess it will be replaced at a later date. But God, he knows, because sometimes even though they have the world, they will still go ahead and see something else that they like. For instance, even a pair of Jordans, a pair of brand name shoe, or a bag, and they will make it a point to steal those things and hide them. So you won't see them if they come home with it because it's hidden. And when they're going out on the road, they will brandish it because, wow, it's just embedded in them. I don't know, but I'm just rooting for the best for this little young man because it has been a blessing, and for him to get out of where he get a comfortable house being built for him, you know. Thank God for Marwa's determination, because he could have said, for Marwa's subscribers' determination, because they could have said, hell no, let the police go with him, let him rot in jail. But you guys instead, just turn around and said, let me help, let's try to fix this. I'm hoping for the best, and I hope you guys also are hoping for the best for him. Any which way, I know that you guys are hoping. What am I saying? I know you guys are hoping for the best for him also. Anyways, it's getting dark. I am going to go off. I'm going to go off. It was really a pleasure. I will come from, let me see if I covered everything before I go off. Let me see if I covered everything before I go off. I saw Moremi and that little boy, Brian, the other little Brian. I saw them. I don't know. Davy have a handful. Davy has taken on a whole task. I don't know. That's a whole nother story for another day. I hope Brian feels better. I hope his head didn't get any serious damage. But these boys and these motorbikes and riding these bikes under the influence, I don't know. Anyway, Nyabohanse is a village that never ceases to entertain. So it's just another day in Nyaboville. Another day in Nyaboville. Let me just keep our fingers crossed though, guys, that because Brian was my story today. Let me just keep our fingers crossed that everything works out for the best, and the site is we'll see the site be done and close off with everything being in the right order. No drama, no nothing. By God's grace, just cover that site under the blood. And Nyabohanse flicks. Me call it Nyaboville. Yeah. But let's hope that village will be covered under the blood, because me see that the enemy, the forces, the dark forces lurking left, right, and center. But with God's grace, I'm happy for Marwa. I'm thanking God for his strength, because if it wasn't for him, him possessing the will to forge ahead against all odds, none of this would have been possible, don't it? So let us just, cover him, continue to cover him, because boy, I am telling you, it takes a lot to really push out and to talk so much. Listen, for me to be talking to you guys here, I have to do it at my own pace. I talk, but he's constantly a roving camera, and he speaks just the same way he rolls the camera. The camera. That is not an easy task. It is not an easy task to be instructing 20, people all the same time he's recording. Yo, I mean, I don't know what kind of force is that, but he does it, and he does it. I don't even know what other element I could place him in, if he would even function. He's a workaholic. He is a workaholic. But say he's got mad skills. Oh my God. Yep. Me can't do that. I cannot. Because after, like, I'm done here, that's it. I'll be quiet for the rest of the night. Not me. I couldn't. And he does it for long. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off right now, because we have already gone 50 minutes. I said I was going like some 10 minutes ago. or 15 minutes ago. I'm still here. The bang my mouth is pretty dark now on the outside. I go turn on some lights on the outside and close up where to close up. Yep. It was really a pleasure. I will come back now that I know that I could turn this thing off. It's a feature that lets you hide the live. It says hide the live, so meaning that turn off your camera. Once I know that it can be done this way, well, I'm me and we gonna be, it's gonna be me and you guys. Now that I know that I can do this, I can relax in my own time and chit chat with you guys. I don't know, some of you may not like it, but guess what? Me feel good because it's like I'm talking to my best friends. Hello. You understand? In my own comfort while you guys are there relaxing too. Eh? Hey, yep. Oh, some of us stay blessed. You too. As some say. Anyway, indeed, I will. And we'll catch up with you guys on the next one. All right. Enjoy the evening. I'll see you guys. Bye bye.